gonna give it a couple minutes. Let some people pop on here. How's everybody? Hello. I'm just gathering my stuff here. We're gonna be talking about temperature blankets and absolutely any. Hi, Maggie. We're going to be talking about temperature blankets that we're going to be doing this year. I set a very large goal for myself, but that's all right. I'm working on the light, Maggie, trying to figure out which way to get more light on here. Letting some people pop on here. Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing tonight? Can you guys pop on and say hello? Hello, hello, hello. So this coming year, I'm working with the light, guys. I'm going crazy with this light. It's driving me nuts. We're going to be working on, oh my, I think I'm scared to say it, 3 temperature blanket theories going on here. All right, so we have the 12-point star, which is a throw blanket, and my paperwork, my notes is this: the blanket is going to be approximately 40 inches wide. All right, so let's talk the star blanket first, okay? The star blanket is a throw, and you can do as many or as few colors as you want. I don't know if you guys can see this well, but what I did is I just took some cardboard right here, and I'm doing, hello, how are you? That dude with the doodle, I love it. I just took cardboard and I decided to do 6-degree temperature intervals, I think is what my notes are. We're discussing temperature blankets today. And we're going to talk about them for next year. We're doing 3 of them. Anyway, we're talking about the 12-point star one. So anyway, my temperature gaps are 6 degrees. And since I'm doing temperatures in Chicago, Illinois, I picked up the average temperature. The average temperature in Chicago, the average low is 18. The average high is 84. What's that? It's a blanket for every day of the year. Whatever the temperature is the color that you do. They're very pretty. Anyway, so the averages are. So I decided to do 6-degree intervals, and I used stash yarn. I did not. Welcome, everybody. Thank you guys for joining us. I am Ronnie. Maggie's on here. We are whipping and chaining. We are talking about temperature blankets. We are going to be doing I don't have a temperature blanket here to show you. We're going to be doing them. Yeah. Anyway, so each row is going to be a different color. So January 1st, if the temperature is saying 18 degrees, the first row of the blanket is going to be this color, and so forth. So each day the temperature is going to be the color of the yarn. So you just go in these temperature brackets. And what else I'm doing is I'm adding in this metallic. I'm going to use this. I'm going to add this in with the color if it's a snow day, rainy day, sleet, or hail. I'm not doing windy, just actually precipitation outside. So, and what's nice is Chicago really, really has a lot of different weather patterns. So this is going to be intermixed with a lot of different days through the whole entire year. You guys, I want to give a shout out to everybody joining us. I really, really appreciate it. If you could hit that like button, and if you could also subscribe to our channel. We have over 620 crochet tutorials out there, and they're fun. They're a lot of fun. So anyway, so you can use stash yarn. You do not have to go out and buy all this yarn and spend all this money, and you can do as little. Hello, how are you? Thank you for joining us. So anyway, like if you only want to do 4 colors, just break out your temperatures. Make sure you have your lowest temperature and below, because there sometimes are days where it does get colder. And then as high, 83 and above. So anything that's above 83 will always be this color, which is pretty. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I'm Ronnie. If you could give us the thumbs up and hit that subscribe button and come join us on Facebook, we'd really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So anyway, we're going to talk the colors. Now, what the important thing is, you can do as many, there's no rule. You can do as many or as few colors as you want. But for the 12-point star blanket, I am going to recommend a 4.5 millimeter crochet hook. It's really important, the size of your hook. If you go bigger, then the blanket is going to be bigger, obviously, than 40 inches wide. And 40 inches is a really pretty good size throw blanket. So I would be very careful on going much bigger with that. And for the 12-point star, 1 color per temperature, unless you're only using really, really big gaps. You would need 2. So one skein per temperature would be perfect. Yes, I keep my thumb covered just because. Anyway, so the star blanket, it's a 12-point star. You're going to need to pick a center color, because the center of the star is going to be one solid color. It is so many rows. I think it's 5 rows. And but that is the center, because you need to establish a basis, because each point, it's 12 points, and each point, the most days in a month are 31. I'm reading as I'm trying to talk, and I guess I need to stop that. So since we have some months, like February, 28 days, we have some other months that do have, like December, have the 31 days, and then we have some other months that have only the 30 days. Thank you, everybody. I'm Ronnie. Thank you for joining. Anyway, you need to establish a color that's a fill-in. I have yarn from when I went to Alaska that is going to be my yarn as a fill-in for the 12-point star blanket. That yarn is very special to me. I've only been to Alaska once, so that's going to be my filling color. So I'm going to use my filling color for the center of the star. Those first 5 rows, that is going to be my center. It's going to be like the spotlight of the star. So January, we'll be working on 1 point. So the star, once you establish the center of the star, each row to do the star, it's going to be quick. The only time it's going to get time consuming is if you get really, really behind. So I would suggest maybe you sit down once a week to work on it, and every day, write down your temperatures. And please understand, you can pick temperatures from this coming year, from 10 years ago, 20 years ago. There are so many websites now that you can get the temperatures from that city and state So you can go back, you can find out if it rained, whatever the weather was doing, if there was blizzards, if there were tsunamis. There's some people were asking me, what about tornadoes? You can have a special color if a tornado happened on a certain day, or if a hurricane or earthquakes, wherever you're at, you can design this 12 point any way you want. But I'm going to be doing lives, hoping twice a month, specifically on working on the temperature blankets to help keep you guys all on track with them. I don't want you to getting behind. A lot of people will start these temperature blankets and then they set them aside and they never pick them back up. I don't want that to happen. I want you guys to enjoy this. I want this to be something fun, something I can pop on here and I can be crocheting, working on the temperature blanket with you. And I'm going to be doing different lives. Like one live will be doing Maggie, you. One of the lives will be doing the star blanket together. Another live will be doing the curved temperature blanket. And God help me, I want to do that mood blanket. I did look it up, Maggie. Some people have done mood blankets, but I want to do it. I think it'll be fun because our moods every day are all over the board. So anyway, that is the 12-point star blanket. It works up really pretty, and you don't have to, also with the colors, you don't have to go from light to dark or dark to light. You can do all different shades of gray. You can do all different shades of purple, pink, violet, yellow, turquoise, peach, white. If you notice, like I'm also doing a month breaker. So between on my big blanket, so in between each month, I'm going to have this sparkle white that's going to be doing a month divider, which is really nice. Yeah, and you know what? Just so you guys know, you don't have to start a blanket January 1st. If you want, you can do it for the first year when you bought a home, like the day you moved in or the day you made settlement on your home. That day, say, I'll just pick a day, say it was June 30th. Well, from June 30th all the way back to June 29th, you can do that. You can start a day a baby was born. My birthday, it lands on the 2nd of the month. So you could do the 2nd, all the way over to the following year on the 1st. Yes, we are talking temperature blankets, but Maggie's right. If you have any crochet questions, if you're working on a pattern, if you're not sure what a stitch is, I have my hooks with me and I have yarn here, so I'll be more than happy to help you. And Maggie here can help too. So anyway, that's the 12-point star. Now for my record, I have a whole bin of the yarn. If I run low on a color, oh, and that's the other thing. If you choose to go out and buy yarn and they are lot numbered, certain colors, don't stress because the colors are so separated in the whole project. If you're short a skein and you need to go back and get one more skein and it's a different lot number, the only person that's going to know if it's a tiny bit off on shade is going to be you. All right. Nobody else. So it's really not a big deal. So did I go over everything for the 12 points? I think so. All right, let's talk the curved temperature blanket. So I'm then getting a piece of paper and hopefully you can understand it a little better. So the same goes for the temperature gauge for your yarn colors. But the curved temperature blanket goes off the hours of the day. How many hours are daylight? And then evening or nighttime. Hello, thank you for joining us. I'm Ronnie and Maggie's on here and we're talking about temperature blankets tonight. So this blanket is going to be extremely large. You should do a 4mm hook for this blanket. Any larger is just going to make it that much more bigger. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. I'm Ronnie and Maggie's on here, and we're talking temperature blankets tonight. And if you could hit that thumbs up and please subscribe, we would just thank you so much. Anyway, so 4mm crochet hook. I'm going to try to explain how this goes. This blanket has a chain of 240 stitches. Okay. So to start this blanket, you actually have to chain 241. It is a single crochet stitch blanket. Okay. Welcome everybody. Thank you. Maggie's on here. And I'm Ronnie. So thank you for joining us. If you could hit that thumbs up, we'd appreciate it. So anyway, the curve blanket goes off of daylight stitches and nighttime stitches. And then it also goes off of temp, high temp and low temp. Okay. So what you will do is each day, this one will take a little more time and effort. So if you want something easy, the star blanket, or if you want the big blanket and just not the curve in it, you could just do the 240 stitches and the color for the day. It's okay. You can do any way you want. But each stitch equals 4 minutes. Okay. So how many hours of daylight, you transfer that into how many stitches. So I don't know. So say you had 8 hours of daylight. You take the 8 hours times 60 minutes. 48. Oh, I'm going to do it wrong. Oh, yeah. And then you take that and you divide that by 4. Okay. So you do that by 4 is 120 stitches would be for the day and the rest would be night. So you guys, there's math, and we're going to have a long specific tutorial on this one. But what happens is by doing this night and day and the high and low, the blanket is going to make its own curve. And it turns out so elegant. And then the only catch into it, you know how we have daylight savings here. So there's going to be a period where your curve is going to have a little adjustment. It's going to be very noticeable, but that's what makes it special. But again, this blanket is huge. This would fit easily, probably king size bed. If definitely my queen, but I'm thinking king. So huge blanket, but this is a lot of fun. And let's talk. I thought we would be having a lot of questions. And the last blanket I will be doing, maybe I'll get Maggie to do this one. Maggie is the mood blanket. And you can pick all the mood you want. I would again suggest the same stitch count as the big blanket. Or if you want to do the 12-point star with the mood, you can do that. Totally up to you. But you can do the 240 stitches. And what I was searching on the internet was moods are the basic, the sad, the happy, angry. But then they said there's days for like meh, whatever that means. I don't know what a meh feeling is, but whatever feeling that is. You can do an excited day. Whatever feelings you want for that day, you can do that. So that is how we're going to be doing the temperature blankets this year. But like I said, it's going to be extremely important to me to be on here a couple times a month, going over the blankets, keeping you guys on track with them. And we got this. And then at the end of the year, it'll be crazy cool. You're going to have this beautiful blanket that you can put over your couch. It's a good memory. And like if you have a grandchild, you can make it for, I got the hiccups. You can make it for your grandchild. You can do whatever you want with them. You can gift them. You can keep them. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I'm Ronnie with Whip and Chain, and Maggie's on here too. We were just discussing the temperature blankets, but I wanted to show you guys. This is the special yarn that I am using. You can barely see it. It is a 0 or a 1. It's a 1. It has to be a 1. Oh, it's a 0. It's a 0. Okay. This, when I have weather, I will be just carrying this along. What I'll do is I'll put them together, and just as you're normal crocheting, it'll be tied in, so it will not add to the thickness, which is really nice. Look at that. And so then just give it that extra sparkle. That works out really good. Does anybody have any questions about temperature blankets and how we're going to be doing them this year and what's going on? Maggie, what you thinking? You want to do the mood blanket this year? Maybe? Maybe not? Since we have all this time on our hands, maybe. All right, Maggie, I'll take a maybe. I'll definitely take a maybe. Maggie's busy. So since we still have all this time, guys, and everybody, yeah, let me get through Christmas, Maggie. I understand that. So there's I'm seeing like on TikTok and YouTube new things on how to do straight edges and how to do double stacked edging for double crochet and different things. It's not new information, but I want to show you. I want to show you what that means. So we're going to do some double crocheting. I'm just using regular 4-ply Super Saver yarn. This is Red Heart. Okay. And a 5mm crochet hook. And let me show you. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I'm Ronnie. Maggie's on here. We are whipping and chaining and learning some new stitches and new way to do turns. All right, so let's do a chain. If you guys could give us a thumbs up and throw us a heart and subscribe, we'd really appreciate it. Thank you. So I'm just going to do a general chain, but I do want to talk to you about the chain too. Chains are really cool. They're just not as simple as you think. There's a couple different parts to them. And there's so many different things you can do with just a chain. All right. So I'm going to show you the double crochet. But first, on a chain has 2 parts. You have the top loop and you have a bottom loop. But also, if you turn it around, you have these beautiful, and these are my favorite, these horizontal bars right here. See? Hello, everybody. Just want to make sure I keep saying hi to everybody joining us. Thank you for joining us. And again, if you could give us that thumbs up, we'd really appreciate it. Thank you. So these horizontal bars, when you're making a blanket or doing a project, a lot of times if you start your first row in these back horizontal bars, will give you a more finished edge. And I'm going to show you. So second chain, second chain from the hook, we're going to do a double crochet. We're going to go in that bar. See it? And we're going to do double crochet. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us. So I'm going to double crochet all the way down here, and I want to show you the beautiful finish edge this gives me. Guys, if you have any questions, now's a great time to ask. And I do want to do a shout out. Maggie and I are one of the few crochet YouTube channels that will honestly take our time to answer your crochet questions. If you're following a pattern, if you're in the middle of a project and you're lost, if you don't know how to do something, we answer you. We take the time. If we can't answer you by talking back and forth, I will schedule, or Maggie, whoever's available, we will schedule lives with you, Facebook lives, YouTube lives, whatever works to help you figure this out. We answer every question that's given to us. If we see it and we will answer it. The only thing that we ask, if it's a paid pattern that you're working on, that you're struggling on, private message us just that section, not the whole pattern, just that little section that you're working on, so we can help you understand. We don't ever want to take a paid pattern from somebody and know the full pattern. We just want to help get you through what you're struggling on. Okay. And also, I did want to ask, I've been doing a lot of research on how to grow our channel a little more. If you guys could start commenting on our videos that you like them, or there's something special about them that you like, please comment. And it really helps us. It helps us to grow. So anyway, I'm going to finish doing my double crochets down this chain. So everybody that's on here, what is on your hook? Do you guys have any projects that you're in the middle of, or are you just getting ready for the holidays? What's going on in your lives with crocheting? I would love to hear. And again, I'm going to ask again, if you guys could give us those thumbs up, that means a lot to us. Thank you so much. So I'm just doing double crochet down a chain. Thank you for the hearts, guys. It means so, so much to us. And the thumbs up and the subscribing. And also, please join us on Facebook, join us on TikTok and Instagram. Means a lot to us. We've been working really hard. How many snowballs are you making, Maggie? They work up so quick, don't they? They're a great gift. Guys, if you want a great gift for your kids, especially like on indoor days, I mean, I'm not going to, tell you to have your kids throwing stuff in the house, but they're really soft. And if you have like a playroom where it's safe for them to have a little fun and have a little bit of a snowball fight, as long as it's in a room that you approve and that's safe, they're fun. 8 of them, very nice. Very nice. They're fun. They work up so fast. All right, so I'm coming to the end. So I'm going to double crochet into every last horizontal bar. Hello. Teaching me how to make an Afghan, and she passed before she could finish teaching me. Please join us on our Facebook group, and if you want, message me and I can do some private videos with you through Facebook or even YouTube Lives if you want to show me what she's working on so I know what stitch it is, and I can happily help you get back on the road with working on it. It's really not that hard. Happy to help you. That's what Maggie and I are here for. But like I said, send me a PM, join our Facebook group if you want, and private message me or Maggie and we'll help you. All right, so I'm going to show you something. I did my double crochet all the way across. And because I used that back bar, look at that bottom. Now you have a full chain to go into instead of just one chain to do any borders. Or if this is your finished edge, this looks so much nicer and neater than just seeing one stitch. Yeah, I would be happy to help you. I enjoy helping everybody. Now, Maggie and I do have regular daytime jobs, but we can do, my schedule is very flexible. I can do sometimes through the day, evenings, and even weekends. Yeah, be more than happy to help you. Okay, so a lot of people with a double crochet will do a chain 3, and that's supposed to count as a double crochet. So you go into the next stitch and just start doing your double crochets. And I'm not going to tell you this is wrong because it's not wrong. But if you look, let me just do a couple double crochets. That chain 3, look how flimsy, and it's very gappy. It does not keep the blanket, the edging, nice and straight. I'm going to show you what you can do instead. So after you finished your last double crochet, you did not chain anything. Hello, everybody. Welcome. All these people watching us. Thank you so much. I'm Ronnie and Maggie's on here. We're with Whip and Chain, and we are working on crocheting right now. Just double crochet and how to turn. So we finished our last double crochet. Don't chain, not even a one, okay? Take your hook and you go into that first stitch right there. And you do a single crochet. Okay. Now you will have two bars looking right at you. One real close to your hook and one farther away. So one on the right, one on the left. Okay. Please remind me when you join our Facebook group that we talked through the live tonight, so I know it's you, so I know who I'm helping to make sure you don't get lost in the shuffle. I want to make sure I catch you. So we're going to be working in this chain, the chain that's to the left, not the one right underneath the hook. You're going to take your hook, you're going to go right into that chain. You're going to grab some yarn, you're going to bring it through, and you're going to just continue to do another single crochet. That is called a single crochet stacked stitch. Now you just proceed to do your double crochets. And look at this difference. I'm going to do one more. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Anybody new? I'm Ronnie and Maggie's on here with Whip and Chain, and we're just talking everything crochet. So now look at this difference. Instead of the chain 3, you don't have the gap, and it flows better. Look at that. Very nice. Big difference. It is all about what stitches you know. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Maggie and I are on here with Whip and Chain. We're whipping and chaining to our heart's content tonight. Look at this. If you could hit that thumbs up and subscribe and follow us and come join us on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram, we'd appreciate it. Isn't that nice? Big difference in the turning. So I'm going to show you again. Let's go all the way down. We're going to do our double crochets. And we're going to do that again. And what's also nice is it's a regular full stitch that you go into. You did not know that trick? I have a lot of tricks up my sleeve, Cindy. A lot of tricks, and I like to share every one of them with you guys. And I want to, after we do this, I want to talk about, you know how you crochet in the round, you do the normal increasing. There's a trick to keeping your project more round. Isn't that kind of cool? So I'm just double crocheting all the way down. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us. You guys are making my night, seeing you all joining and talking and chatting. Makes my heart so happy. All right, so come all the way to the end. Did my last double crochet. Turn. Look at how pretty that is. Love double crochet. Now remember, do not chain one, okay? You just go right in to that first stitch. Do your single crochet. You go into the bar that's on the left, okay? Go right in there. Pull yarn through and do another single crochet. That is your stacked single crochet, which makes it a double crochet. And then you can proceed doing your double crochet. I'm going to take this to the end and lay it down so you can see it. I try very hard with working with projects. I mean, there are some projects where you just need um, to do a chain, but if I can get away with not doing it, I don't. Let me read what you wrote. Oh, happy birthday. You'll be showing her. I will be driving in Nevada from. How long is that drive, Cindy? Out of curiosity. Hello, guys. Everybody that's joining us. If you could hit that thumbs up and heart and subscribe, we would appreciate it. So you're driving from Nevada to California. Can I just, how you're driving? How long is the drive? Dying to know. All right, I'm going to finish this row. I'm going to lay this down and you can see the difference doing that stacked versus the chain. Look at that. Makes a huge difference, doesn't it? Yep. So that is the trick for the double crochet, your edging. So now I want to talk. Oh, that's 6 hours. That's not bad for something. I'm not good with geography and directions. I mean, I still use GPS to get around my town, and I've been born and raised here. I know how to get to a couple things without GPS, but usually GPS is on in my car. I put my phone in its holder and the map is on. 6 hour drive, right? You're driving from California to Nevada. That's great. Okay, so now I'm going to do half doubles. Let's do half doubles. So in my magic ring, I'm going to put in 6 half double crochets. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, I'm going to use a stitch marker because I'm going to be working in the rounds just so I'm not constantly counting. I've never lived, I don't think I've ever listened to books in the car. What do you just, can you rent them or is it everything online? All right, so I did my 6 half doubles. Now, you know the normal increase is 2 half doubles in every stitch first time around for the first increase. So let's do that. There's an app you can get for free. Oh my gosh, I did not do that. All right, so let me continue to do 2 half doubles in every stitch. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I'm Ronnie and Maggie's on here. And if you could hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. And also, please join us on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. We greatly appreciate it. So we're going around, and this is going to take us to 12 half doubles, okay? You have to use his, yeah. My GPS, thank goodness it's free, or I'd be paying for it. All right, so now the standard increase will be 1/2 double and then an increase, 1/2 double increase. That's what we'll do in this round. It's the next round where it gets fancy. I don't want to grab the tail. So we're going to do 1/2 double and then 2/2 doubles. Let me mark my start. Going around. Hello, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. You're into GPS Club too. What kind of books do you like to listen to? Okay, so I'm coming around. Whatever you started with, you should end with the opposite. I started with a regular half double. I'm ending with the increase. Okay. So now the next row, if you're doing your normal, the way everybody's been taught how to increase, it should be 2 half doubles, then an increase, 2 half doubles, then an increase, and so forth. We're still getting in the 2 half doubles, but we're doing it differently. And it's only done on the even increases. You know how it's 2 half doubles, then an increase, 2? A 2 can be split 1 and 1, and that's exactly what we're doing. So we're going to do 1 half double. I'm going to mark that so I have it. After that 1, I'm going to do an increase now, right in the next one. So I'll do 2 half doubles in that stitch. And then 1 half double in the next. So if you look at this combination, you're still getting in the 2 half doubles, but we're splitting it. We're splitting it and putting an increase right in the center between the two. That way it's offset. And then you follow that same pattern. So again, 1 half double, then an increase in the next one. And 2, and then 1 half double. Okay. So then let's follow it again. 1 half double. Hello. Thank you, Cindy. 1 half double, then 2 half doubles. And then 1. All right, and then you keep following that same pattern all the way around. 1, and then an increase, and then 1. Where people get confused on this is they'll do 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and you can't do that. It's a pattern, okay? So again, it's thank you, Cindy. Thank you so much for the gift. Appreciate it so much. So it's 1, and then an increase. And then 1. And this will work out evenly if you start with the center of 6. 1 and 2, which is an increase, and 1. So you got your proper increases in there, but look, it's not getting that odd shape that they do when you do in rounds and increases. But now here's the thing. So now the next increase would be 3 single crochets and an increase, 3 single crochets and an increase. That you do because you can't split 3. All right. So, or I said single crochet, half double. It doesn't matter. This is just an example. 2 and 3. I'm going to put my stitch marker in. And then an increase. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I'm Ronnie with Maggie on here. We're with Whip and Chain, and we're just having some fun crocheting. If you guys have any questions, patterns, stitching, something you don't know how to do, yarn talk, let me know. We'll help you. So again, since 3 is an odd number, we just do the increase normal. So that's 1, 2, and 3, and an increase. So it's 3 single crochets. 1, 2, and 3, and an increase. So anybody on here, have you crocheted besides Maggie? Any gifts that you're going to be giving? I'm just showing how to do staggered increasing in the round right now. To keep your project round instead of it turning into almost like an octagon shape. Hello, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. Appreciate it. Beautiful Sunday night. Christmas is coming. You guys ready for the holidays if you're celebrating? Nope, I'm just doing, this is actually my temperature blanket yarn. I'm just showing you guys how to do this staggered increase that keeps your projects round. How come you've had to change patterns 3 times? Are you struggling with the pattern? Because Whip and Chain will help you with the pattern. All right. It's bowing a little bit because my tension's a little off, but that's okay. So the next increase would be 4 half doubles and increase 4 half doubles. But because 4 is an even number, we're going to do 2 half doubles and an increase and then 2 half doubles. So we still get our 4 in there, but we're splitting it because the odd rounds are the normal. My dog's sleeping. She was dreaming. So what it's doing is it's staggering how you increase it. So it keeps the project round. Okay. So since we're doing 4, like I said, it's going to be 2 on the beginning and 2 on the end. And then you keep that pattern going. So here's a half double. Here's a half double. Let me read what you're writing. Okay. I gotcha. I was commissioned to do 3 pillows and a blanket last year. Well, she gave me the contract. She gave me a whole year to do it. It was the Christmas, the peppermint swirl blanket and pillows. And good friend I went to school with, she took very, very good care of me. I had a fun time doing it, but let me tell you, I felt the stress getting it done. So I don't think I could ever do another big project with a time frame on it. That's why it just blows my mind. These people on these platforms selling these, and they're like, "Oh, I can get it done in, so many weeks, whatever week span they give you." I'm like, "How do you do that? I can't do it." So it's 2 half doubles, then an increase. And then 2 half doubles. So that is your round for doing the increase with 4 half doubles and an increase. Okay. Maggie's blankets that she does with her daughter, absolutely to die for. Beautiful. You've done a different blanket for a new family member. That's a great idea. Love it. The star temperature blanket, that would be a good idea to do that. They're wonderful throws. Just throwing that out there for you. So anyway, so then you repeat the pattern. So half double, half double. Then you do your increase. And then 2 half doubles, one in each of the next 2 stitches. There you go. And also, not only do we have all these videos for making certain things like fidgets and the snowballs and the Grouchy Elf scarf. Hint, hint, if you guys haven't checked that out, please go check it out. And if you guys are around my age, I'm just going to say I'm over 50. Do you remember the Misers Heat and Freeze? Maggie and I did our own version of the Heat and Freeze King. It looks like that clay animation scarf. So the heat is on one side, the freeze is on the other side, and their colors collide at the top middle. Beautiful. Turns out really cool. You guys should go check it out. Maggie, actually, I think, don't you have that as the picture on our Facebook page, I think, Maggie, if I'm right? But like I said, we have all these tutorials, guys. There should be something there that you would enjoy doing. And also, like I said, we just have regular stitch patterns that if you like one of the patterns, you can make your own blanket or scarf out of it. Very nice. Yep, it is. Yep. I'm proud of that one. That one turned out so pretty. And did you guys see the balloon dog from a long time ago? That pattern's available. And if there's something that you're looking for that you can't find a tutorial on, guys, let us know. We'll see if there's something we can do to help you. I can't promise anything because I have so much on the burner, but we can definitely look into things for you. So this is 2 half doubles, increase, and then 2 half doubles. And then if you didn't skip any stitches, this should work out evenly for you too. Yes, that is coming soon. I'm excited about it. It's really cute. I was hoping to finish the little two things on the back tonight. Let's see where my energy is. Okay. So now that is our increase for the 4. So then the next would be the 5. So that would be 5 half doubles and an increase, 5 half doubles and increase all the way around. And then when you're at 6, 6 is an even number. So you would split it. So you would do 3 half doubles, increase, and 3 half doubles. And that it just keeps rotating that way. And then you would do the 7 regular, then the 8. And you can keep increasing that way as much as you want. Okay. But that's how you can do the round and keeping it. Look how round that is. That definitely does not have the angles that it would if you did the increasing the other way. Guys, welcome. If anybody's new on here, I'm Ronnie with Maggie on here with We're Whip and Chain. If you could hit that thumbs up and subscribe, and if you would like, send us a little heart. That means a lot to us. But anyway, so that's everything that I really wanted to go over tonight. We talked about the star temperature blanket that we're going to be working on. Get your colors. I would suggest make sure you have a designated crochet hook for whatever you're working on. That I would suggest that hook stays with your blanket all year round. Don't use that hook for another project. If you're able to have that hook designated. I have a plastic bin next to me where all my yarn and everything's going to stay in that bin. The crochet hooks, everything. My even my little temperature, that's going to stay. Everything's going to stay in one place, so I don't ever have to worry about where anything is. So you should have your yarn. If you're making the big blanket, at least 2 skeins per color to start. If you need to go get another one, you can get one through the year. Not a big deal. But you can use, if you have a ton of yarn, use stash yarn. There's no rule that you can't. Stash yarn works just fine. And yeah, so have everything together. Get your yarn, figure out your temperature gauge, figure out if you're going to put any charms on your blanket. The only thing I'm going to say about charms, if it's going to be for young children, or if it's going to be used a lot, washed a lot, they can break off. They can be a choking hazard. So personally, I don't recommend them, but it's your choice. And the other thing is, if you want to buy the little leather tag that goes on your temperature blanket at the end of the year, where you know, with the temperature saying what colors what, the temperature chart, you have all year to look into that. You don't have to get that when we start the pattern. You can get that whenever you want. Okay? Just get it sometime through the year. Whenever, you have the extra time to look, or a couple extra dollars to get one specifically made for yours. But it's not a have to. You don't have to have it. That's the pleasure of these. Any way you want. Yeah, and that's all you should need. And like I said, I'm planning on doing a couple tutorials every month to keep you guys in check. If you have any questions, especially the star, both of them will need a lot of my attention, but the star, getting through January is not hard, but learning to attach February to January is going to take a little time for you guys to understand how it works. So I want to make sure you guys are set up to succeed. So I'm definitely going to take my time on that so you guys understand that. And before I let you guys go, does anybody have any questions for us? I'd be happy to answer. Give it a minute, see if anybody wants to ask me anything, or Maggie. And while I'm waiting, guys, please hit that subscribe button. Thumbs up, hearts. Come join us on Facebook and TikTok and Instagram. We would love to see you. And again, we are one of the few YouTube channels that will help you with any project. Just reach out to us and we will set time aside. Thank you, Maggie. I really appreciate it. Well, guys, thank you. We appreciate your time, especially only a couple days away from all the holiday stuff. Guys, please stay safe, travel safe, enjoy family. It's so important. And we will see you. I don't know when our next live is because of my schedule, Maggie's schedule in life. But when we have time to commit, I'll try to post it. I didn't post today's, but I'll try to post it. We'll be doing lives. And we will see you later. Happy crocheting, everybody. Stay safe, stay warm, and enjoy. Merry Christmas. Bye.